Hello, everyone. Greeting to you all. My name is Gattiek Wichar, and I hope you guys are doing good during this situation of COVID-19 pandemic. I want to share with you a message about the SPLM, SPLA, the ruling party of the ruling party in South Sudan. And as you might have known through history, that today is the day when the SPLM SPLA decided to rebel against Khartoum-based regime. On this day, May 16, 1983. Before I go further, I would like to remind you about the genesis and the historical background of our liberation struggle as Southerners. The liberation struggle of Southern Sudan was not started with the SPLM in 1983. It was started by then in early 50s by our forefathers, and then continued up to 1955 to reach mutiny that was led by Joseph Lago until 1972 agreement that was signed in Addis Ababa by Mohamed Yafin Nemeri and Joseph Lago of Anyanya, one leader that was later dishonored. And then we had a struggle of, we had a mutiny of 1975 of Benson Kwanladiga, the founding father of BL Farm 1. And then we had a Nyanya 2 that was led by Quarter 10, and of course, and his comrade Samuel Gaitut. From there, 1983, which was Boer Mutiny, whose first bullet was shot by Kibino Kwanyin. That was the movement was led by Dr. John Garang Damavio, deputized by Kibino Kwanyin, and the third man was William Yonbang. So from there we had a split within the SPLM that was called Nasser Faction of 1991. That was led by two doctors, Dr. Riab Machar and Dr. Lama Kol, due to the political misunderstanding they had during the SPLM leadership, where the SPLM was advocating for secular unity of Sudan, and the SPLM Nasser faction of Dr. Lam and Dr. Machar was struggling for the independence of South Sudan. Of course, if we recall this historical diversity of our liberation struggle, it is crucial for us to salute and pay tribute to our fallen heroes, those who sacrificed their life and whatever they had to make sure that we got the independence of the nation that we are now celebrating its 37th anniversary. So in the context of this commemorating milestone, I would like to bring into your attention also and remind you about the liberation promises that was made by the SPLM, and of course the reason why the SPLM rebelled against Khartoum-based regime. Khartoum regime was imposing Islamic Sharia, and they started by dishonoring the 1972 agreement that was signed by Jaffer Mamani Meri and his partner Joseph Lago, the leader of Nyanya One. He decided to impose the Sharia, trying to Islamize the nation, and then that was seen as a bad politics, and it agitated the southern politicians to rebel and wage an armed revolution against Khartoum regime during that time. So they trying to also marginalize the Southerners at political and social arena, and mistreatment of Southerners, treating them as a second-class citizen in their own country. So this kind of injustices were seen and agitate the revolution, and they made the revolution of SPLM inevitable. So the SPLM SPLA leaders had to rebel due to these political injustices. And then they struggle until they signed peace with the Khartoum-based regime. The leadership of National Congress Party of Sudanese President by then Omar Asad Ahmed al-Bashir, and they reached a comprehensive peace agreement with SPLM, SPLA, under the leadership of Dr. John Grang Mabior in 2005 in Naivasha. The agreement that gave 6 years of interim period, autonomous ruling of Southerners, and were given a right also to choose whether between unity or separation at the end of 6 years of interim period. Of course, after the end of 6 years, unfortunately, Dr. John Grant died before the end of 6 years. When the 6 years came, the nation was separated through referendum, and of course we voted for unity, we voted for separation, and our nation got independent on 9 July 2011, and we all celebrate as a South Sudanese. But the question remains is, are we free so far? Of course not. If we put this question on referendum today, many South Sudanese people will vote for no. We are not free, and 99%. Why? Because the SPLM SPLA introduced the same thing that they fought against during over the last 37 years. They fought against Islamic Sharia, which is now replacing South Sudanese politics by JCE, tribal dogma imposed to dictate the national affairs of the country and threat the national unity and vision of South Sudanese and party as well. The marginalizations is there in South Sudan. The SPLM betrayed the values and the promises of the liberation struggle. The president himself killed a lot of people, thousands in 2013, based on the ethnicity, and displaced 1 million internally and externally. Something which had never happened even during Sudan. This kind of things were the same thing that the SPLM fought against, and the same scenario repeating itself in South Sudan. They are introducing, or they had imposing against the people the same thing that they were fighting against during Sudan. What does that mean? It means that the SPLM, SPLA was there, and the 37 years in jungle, with the exception of those who died, went in vain. They did not understand the cause. They did not understand the reason why they were fighting. And of course, this is what happening in South Sudan. It is something obviously, and it does not even need any intellectual analysis. It is something known by every child. 7 years, 5 years child knows what is in the country. Of course, this day deserves a celebration, not because we are free, but because we got our independence, and given the fact that we are still hopeful that the country will be better in no time, because the leaders come and go. The SPLM and the president will not be there forever. They will go, and the South Sudanese will remain and transform this worst situation to better situation. I pay tribute to the fallen heroes and martyrs who sacrificed their life for this great nation. And of course, they did the great things for the citizen, and they shall be remembered every day, every time, every year by the citizen of South Sudan. And we have to move forward with the power of hope. With the power of hope, we have to be hopeful. We have to be committed and make sure that the country reclaim its true ideal. So I have to stop here, and this is the message that I want to tell you, that our country got independent, but we are not free yet, due to the fact that the country is ruled by the political party which did not define the cause of its struggle. And thank you.